something?
What's that?
Have you ever noticed that it's okay for everyone to call a hillbilly,
Okay, everyone.
but if you call any other race or culture a derogatory name, then it's wrong?
Yeah, hold on for a second. I gotta do something. That mic is picking up really well tonight. I got that mic to work.
That's too much, huh?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. I'll take care of it. It is all right.
I can see your ravioli on TV.
That's cool. Oh, man. Sorry, folks. I'm having issues. Should be able to connect.
Man,
Having issues. What is going on here? Mm-hmm. Let's retry this, folks. Mm-hmm. 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 My site isn't working tonight for some reason. There it goes. All right. I think we're good. Mm-hmm. All right. Turn this down. Do. Cuckoo, choo. All right, there's that. Okay. Wow, this is really picking up tonight.
it's still too much.
No.
It's not picking up too much.
Nope, not at all.
What are you on? YouTube?
I'm on YouTube, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's on the big screen. Okay, folks. Welcome to another episode of Inhale. It's been a long week. So we got a lot to cover.
You've been PMSing all week.
My wife's been PMSing all fucking week.
You have. And you've been really crabby.
Man, if you're a young couple, listen close. Come here. If you're a young couple and you build a house or you're renting a place, it don't fucking matter. But before you have kids, really fucking think about it. I mean, it's 2023, as fucked up as the world is, you don't really think you want to have some kids in this fucked up world. So when you have empty spare rooms with lots of fucking space in them, put cool shit in them, like what you see behind me instead of fucking kids. Because this shit behind me won't turn on me. My kids turn on me. And your kids torture you for your whole fucking life. No matter how big they get, they want and want and want and want. And all you do is give and give and give and give and give and give.
Yeah, population control. I mean, you can't do that forever, but we're overpopulated anyway.
It's crazy, man. Oh, and people, man, and look, I'm gonna tell you something else. Here recently, I did something that maybe I shouldn't have, or shouldn't have done. I'm not sure, but I went through my phone and I deleted a bunch of fucking people that I don't even fucking talk to anymore. They're supposed to be friends or family or loved ones or people that are actually supposed to care about you. But here's what I figured: is if you don't call me and you don't check up on me, or you don't call to say hi to my family or myself or anything like that, just to see what's going on in my basic life, Go fuck yourself. If you don't have time for me, I don't have time for you. I'm not trying to be friends with somebody who ain't got time for me. I ain't. Even when, what gets on my nerves is when you see people that you're trying to be a friend to. When you're trying to be a friend to somebody and they don't even have time to be a friend to you when you're trying to be a friend to them and you see them going through a hard fucking time. It drives me fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah.
And I don't give a fuck who hears this and who knows it, whatever. I don't give a fuck. If you know me, go fuck yourself. Because I love people. I'm a huge people pleaser. But I'm starting to notice as I get further in my life, you lose more and more people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do. Everybody does eventually, but I don't think everyone does it so young as we are. But we have different kind of lives than most people, you and I. We were born into different kind of lives, and we both changed it. So this is the consequence you pay for that.
Right.
Sacrifices you make. I know that sounds bad. It's the absolute truth. If you're born into, if you're born into a cesspool and you want to do better, you have to cut ties with those people. It's inevitable. Once you start doing better, those people will cut ties with you.
Right.
Usually.
And see, like, I don't go to church or nothing, but I do believe in God and stuff. But what gets on my nerves is the fact that people are like, well, this person left me and that person left you. I'm a firm believer that God takes people out of your life and puts people in your life for a reason.
Yeah.
You know? But sometimes you want to be selfish and be like, man, I wasn't ready to lose that person yet.
Yeah.
Whether it be death or just life pulling them away and under different circumstances or whatever.
I definitely get that, but you're never ever ready to lose someone that you care about. Never.
Yeah, it just drives me insane how you try to. It's just when you try to reach out to people that you think or that you care about, you think care about you, and then they're so fucking cold you don't even want to waste your time with them.
Yeah, that's a really hard realization. That hurts. That really hurts.
It does hurt
I
bad.
know.
They'll make time for everybody else and Tom, Dick, and Harry and their friends and go play game nights with them and have fun with them, but you can't even get them to answer a motherfucking phone call half the fucking time.
That's a slow and painful way to tell you that they don't really care about you.
Yeah,
it's a slow and painful way to do that.
Yeah. It's like even with relatives, even like people call you on your fucking birthday and they say, oh, well, I figured since it was your birthday and I ain't talked to you all year, I might as well give you a call. Fuck you. Don't even call me then.
She only did that because I made a post on Facebook telling you happy birthday, and that if no one else would tell you, I would.
And
that's why she.
What aggravates me is people are like, well, what are you doing so wrong to push all these people out of your life? What are you doing wrong? No, what the fuck are they doing wrong?
What are you doing right?
What am I doing right to make them hate me? Yeah.
What you're doing is you're bettering yourself. And so it's inevitable for those ties to be broken because you're in a whole different class.
It's kind of like, right.
You know what I mean? And even if that, I don't necessarily mean financially, but I mean mentally.
It's kind of like working for a factory and working for a boss, and you're trying to move up in the business and trying to better yourself and get a better paycheck. But the boss is so set on keeping you in one spot and just leaving you there and just leaving you at that one pay for however long as long as he can and get more use out of you for that cheap payment. But all you want to do is move up and they just hold you fucking down. And I've actually been in this situation where, and you've done this too, is where you're trying to move up and somebody's like you'd be talking to your boss. Like I was talking to an old boss of mine in the factory I worked at. And I said, I would like to go back to college and learn a trade. And he was like, what? So you think you're fucking better than us? You're going to go to college, Mr. College Boy, and da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, you're going to be mad at me because I want to fucking better myself?
Which one's for that? Give me
it was T out the cabinet factory.
Oh.
The boss out the cabinet factory.
Yeah, they were real dumb. They were really stupid there.
And like the owner of this fucking company comes up to me one day and he was telling me good job. And I took the compliment. I was, thank you, sir. And I was like, well, for what I'm making, I was like, for such good work that I do, you'd think I'd make a little more. just fucking with him just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I said, and he was like, well, you get what you get, I guess, or some shit like that. And I was like, well, honestly, there's a bunch of guys here that deserve a lot more money than what you're paying them. And it pissed him off. And he's like, well, you know where the fucking door is. And I was like, I do. I was like, but I need this job. Unfortunately, I was like, but you got enough money to give everybody in there a fucking raise. Yeah. And I told him he owns all kinds. This guy owned all kinds of like racing horses, like multi-million-dollar horses, dude. And I was like, you could sell one of your horses and give everybody in here buy everybody in here a fucking house.
Wow. You know what happened to me one time. Oh, well, it didn't happen to me. I heard it though. At the place that I used to work at, they would take advantage of it really bad.
What happened?
They hired only through Workforce, a temporary agency, and they never hired anybody on. Like, they would keep these people temporary so they didn't have to pay them benefits or anything, give them benefits and stuff. But they would keep them. They hired no one on in the 5 years that I worked there.
Right.
And anyway, so they took advantage of people real bad. And then one day, the people that, I don't know, they were bigwigs from corporate, came down, and somebody did make a comment about this guy's suit because it was real dumb looking. But I don't know what he said. I don't think it was that rude, but this guy looked at him, this higher up guy looked at him and said, you couldn't buy this suit with 1 month's salary. 1 month of your
He said that to who?
He said that to a grunt that he was taking advantage of.
Ooh.
Isn't that fucked up? How arrogant can you be? He should be ashamed.
That's a shitty boss. That's a shitty owner.
That's really shitty. I don't even think he was the owner, but he was.
I'm going to tell you like this. I don't give a fuck what White House you're in, what government you work for, whoever you are. We are all human fucking beings, and we all bleed red. We can all be tall and muscular, short and skinny, fat as fuck, and gorging ourselves, beautiful, handsome. It don't matter what the fuck you are. We are all human fucking beings. And the problem is nobody nowadays knows how to fucking act like the person.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tell you like this. Like, okay, today at work, I'll vent. I can't say where I work at, but I'll tell you like this. A motherfucking customer walks in, I look right at him, and he walks the door. I'm like, hello, sir, how are you today? This motherfucker just keeps on walking. He made eye contact with me. He looks right at me, and this motherfucker just keeps on walking. Don't say a fucking word. He's walking all around the store looking for shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he gets like this grumpy-ass voice, and he's like, hey, where's your local tape? And I'm like, all right. I'm like, it's right over here on this fucking eye. It was like when he walked in the door, it's like right fucking there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I'm like, it's over here, sir. It's like it's on this end cap. And he was like, fine. And he walks over and he gets his fucking shit that he needs or whatever. But then I stand right in front of the fucking computer to check this asshole out. And this motherfucker looks right at me and just walks right on by me and goes to the guy farther down on the counter. And I was so fucking nice to this guy. And that's not even the first time. You try to be nice to people and they just ignore you. And I'm like, why am I even trying to? People like that make it hard for nice people to do their job, is what I'm saying.
Do you think there's as many of those kind of people down here as there was up north?
I don't know. A lot of these farm guys around here are pretty fucking cranky.
Are they? Just assholes.
Not assholes, but just hard. You can tell they're hardened.
Yeah.
Like they grew up on the farm and working with the cattle and stuff. They don't have time to stand and chat with you and bullshit. They got work to do. And that's.
I'm just talking about like mean people.
I haven't seen that many rude people up here, no, or down here, no. I don't see hardly any rude people in this town at all. There's a handful here and there, like one or two here and there maybe, but I haven't really seen any rude people.
Really?
Yeah.
You see more people than I do. That's why I was asking. You work with the public.
I'm a firm believer that God created mankind in his image, and he created teenagers in our image to torture us because we didn't listen to him. So God said, here's how teenagers came about. God made us. We didn't listen. We're his children, right? So he said, fine, let me give these motherfuckers somebody that don't listen to them. They'll piss them off constantly, and made fucking teenagers.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, I think you.
It's a cruel fucking joke.
Yeah.
I heard a joke something around that too. I don't know exactly what the joke entitled, but it was something along those lines about how God made teenagers just to piss us off because he made us in his image and blah 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 blah. But it was still pretty fucking funny.
Yeah.
But it was pretty damn funny. Did you hear that there was a bunch of volcanoes going off like all over the world? There's like one in China, there's one in Alaska. Like big ones though, like they're saying 2024 is going to be an active year. And I'm not just talking about volcanoes and earthquakes and shit. Get ready, boy. 2024 is coming and it's going to get wild. I promise you. With the elections coming up with Donald Trump and Biden and oh yeah, and shit hyping up about Israel and who's the Hassad or whatever the fuck their names are.
I don't know.
Assam or whatever. But all this war going on, oh, Jesus is coming. Get ready. Look that up. Israel, what war for me?
What?
What war is it? Is Israel fighting who right now? Look it up for me. Please and thank you. My nose is running tonight. Ooh.
What's that noise?
Sounds like the dryer upstairs.
What are you talking?
Oh, probably the TV upstairs.
Yeah, probably.
Our daughter's up there watching TV.
Israel, Hamas.
What's the name of it? Hamas? Hamas. Okay, so it's Israel and Hamas. But there's shit going on with that. Big deal. Palestinians, yeah. There's a big deal going on.
They're fighting Israel.
And we keep sending warships over there, apparently, and it's pissing people off. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's getting nuts.
Is Hamas in Palestine?
I think it's Palestinian territory. Look it up. Where is Hamas located?
That sounds so confusing.
Hear all the water flow. I don't know if y'all can see this or not, but I'm going to show y'all something here real quick. I'm going to go up. See if it angles up a little bit here. I got all these shirts. There they are. Now over here, I got my fucking War Games Survivor Series 2023 War Games Chicago. Monday Night Raw, WrestleMania from last year, SmackDown, and the Royal Rumble. I got these two from live events. I got this one I had shipped in, and this one I had shipped in. But this Royal Rumble I went to with a friend of mine, and we had a blast. It wasn't all that great, but it was pretty good. The Royal Rumble in St. Louis wasn't shabby.
Hey.
Yes, dear.
Hamas is a terrorist group.
It's a terrorist group?
Yeah. They're fighting, and I guess they're in Palestine.
So Hamas is a terrorist group, and they've attacked Israel.
They're fighting. I think that they're from.
So they're a Muslim terrorist group or no?
No.
No.
It's like a spinoff.
A spinoff of Al Qaeda or Al Qaeda, whatever the fuck it's called.
It's like a spinoff of the Muslim Brotherhood.
Spinoff of the Muslim Brotherhood.
1980s. Yeah.
So they're like They're 2.0.
They're in Palestine. Yeah, I guess.
Palestinian Brotherhood attacking Israel.
Yeah.
Well, the Palestinians have always gone to war with Israel and shit. I mean,
I know. But I think the reason why everybody's talking is because they're using, like, I don't know. I think they're just, like, being inhumane about it, going killing, like, women and children and shit. I don't know.
right. Sorry, I dropped this camera just a
Or,
little
like,
bit.
whole civilizations. Palestine attacked Israel like that. And not
Right.
like
But it's been a crazy year this year with all the war and shit going on. I know that. And the crazy thing is, like, the Euphrates River is drying up. I've talked about that. There's all kinds of biblical prophecy shit that, if you look in the Bible, it's really there and nobody's talking about it. I don't know if it's because people are scared, and I know that kind of stuff unnerves people a little bit, but honestly, it's getting kind of scary. And if you don't believe in it, man, you better start believing, I guess. I don't know.
So here are good things that are happening 10 good things that are happening in the world right now.
10 good things that are happening in the world right now.
I can't even talk.
What are they?
Free broadband for job seekers.
Free broadband for job seekers. Wow.
I wonder if that's at.
Okay, next. What's the second one?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
I wonder if they're talking about Skynet. I didn't read it. But anyway, what else is good is UK's first retirement home for bees opens. Bees like bumblebees.
Okay. Number 3.
Number 3, cafe staffed by people with learning disabilities opens.
Okay, I want to make a joke there, but I'm not gonna.
Number 4, first malaria vaccine is
See.
given WHO approval.
What is it?
The first malaria vaccine
Okay, now that's something decent. That's good.
is given WHO approval.
So the first malaria vaccine, that's a deal in Africa. Malaria is a huge thing in Africa.
Yep. Okay, number 5,
Number 5.
UK travel list is simplified.
UK travel is simplified. Who wants to go to the UK right now? Not me.
Yeah, I don't know what the travel list is. I don't know if it's
Okay.
flights or whatever.
Number 6.
6 is return to normal life is given a boost.
Return to normal life is given a boost. What's that mean?
COVID-19 vaccine booster jabs are now being
Oh,
offered.
God.
To the
Okay,
most
so they're pushing the
vulnerable-
Biden vaccine some more. That's not a good thing. Go fuck.
To the most vulnerable and people over 50 who have had their second dose of the vaccine at least 6 months ago.
I'm not a right-wing extremist, but fuck that vaccine. And fuck all you
Okay.
people that took that shit.
Number 7,
Number 7.
tigers are thriving again in China.
Tigers are thriving again in China. That's because they're eating all the people that were sick from COVID. Okay, anyway.
I wonder if they can get COVID. Because I think that your pets can. Okay. We're continuing to fight climate change.
What is it?
We're continuing to fight climate change.
Oh, bullshit. Anyway.
What
Next.
do you want me to read the
Yeah,
explanation?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Between 31st October and 12th of November, leaders of countries, heads of state from around the world, climate experts, and campaigners will gather in Glasgow for United Nations Climate Change Conference of the parties known as whatever, COP26 for short.
Okay, next.
All right. Yeah, that was pretty.
Yeah, that was a little bit boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 9, it's nearly Christmas.
Okay, it's nearly Christmas. That's a good thing. What's 10?
Number 10, the jobs market is booming.
The jobs market is booming because nobody wants to fucking work.
Yeah, that is good though if you're looking for a job.
If you're looking for a job, you can go get one. It's easy. You just walk outside.
I wish I had my degree right now because we could just go find a.
Man, you
Really
you
good
can get
job.
if you can't get a job right now, it's because you're fucking lazy or you're a fat fuck and just don't want to do anything.
The whole point of me looking up what's good in the world right now
You're
is
some-
so that we could change the narrative of this conversation. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like unless you're legitimately disabled and you're not, something. I don't want to be mean to any kind of certain fucking class, but skinny people, muscle people, fat people, they're it doesn't matter. Any of them can be fucking lazy.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, it gets annoying when you see people that are perfectly fine to work and they claim they're disabled and they're fucking not. Get your ass up and go to work. I know people who should be on disability that I work with daily and they're still fucking up and working. And you can clearly tell that they're unhealthy and probably should be on disability and they don't fucking do it and they're still up doing it. So if they can do it, bitch, get your ass up out of bed and do something with your life. Don't be fucking laying around all day.
I just want to make one interjection here. Muscle people are not lazy.
I know, but
They
I'm
work
just saying.
really hard, and they don't usually shirk their responsibilities
Right.
because they have self-discipline. I'm just saying that.
But I'm just saying, I'm tired of seeing people that can work nowadays.
Not working.
Nowadays, everybody has an excuse. Oh, my mental health. Oh, my this. Oh, my that. It's kind of like seeing people with a fucking dog in the fucking store with a vest that they got from fucking Petco that says service dog on it with a red and white cross on it. Fuck you. That's not a service dog. It's a comfort animal that you brought from home with you with a fancy fucking vest on it from Petco. It's not a fucking service dog. It doesn't know any fucking tricks. It doesn't know any fucking kind of real tactic to take care of you. You're just using it as a fucking crutch to get your way in society. And if you want to act like that and lean on that kind of shit, go fuck yourself.
But have you ever seen one of those that are wearing shoes that are unruly though? Like they're not trained? Have you ever seen
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Okay. The other day at the center, you said that wasn't a service dog because he looked away whenever people walked past him. He looked at them whenever they walked past him. But he was obviously trained somewhat because he was walking beside her, being a good dog, not pooping on the floor or nothing. So I'm saying that if they were not service dogs, wouldn't they? Have you ever seen one that was like unruly?
I've never seen a dog that was. No, I've never seen a dog do that. I'll be honest with
Try to
you.
walk ahead or pull their owners or anything like that.
I've never seen a dog be unruly to an owner in a store. I've seen ones that try to wander off a little bit while they're with the owner, and a real dog, a real trained dog won't wander, won't try to wander. And honestly, a real trained dog will not wander off to let someone pet it neither. A real trained service dog is trained to stay at your leg, and they're not. Some of them might get a little temperamental and be like, growl at you a little bit if you fuck with them. If you go towards their owner or you go towards that dog, they might just growl at you and snap at you and might just bite your ass. Yeah. If it's a true fucking service dog and it's been trained properly, it might be protective. It might just fuck you up if you fucking reach for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't see how people. What gets on my nerves is when you see somebody bring a dog that's this fucking big into a store. Like, oh, it's my service dog. It's his emotional support animal. Go fuck yourself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
leave that bitch at home.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a huge dog person. I love dogs. But don't be fucking making excuses just to have your dog in the store with you.
Yeah.
That's fucking stupid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like seeing a lazy fuck use one of them scooters at Walmart when they shouldn't be using it, when there ain't nothing wrong with them. They just don't want to get up and walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It gets on your fucking nerves when you see certain shit in society.
How do you know that, though?
Because you can just tell.
Oh, because they walk over to it.
Yeah, they walk over to it just fine and they'll sit their ass down. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You can't say anything because you can't be a Karen.
How are you watching it?
What do they call them? Karens and Kevins now, or Kyles or some shit?
Maybe they just can't walk far enough because Walmart's pretty big. Most of them.
Yeah, I'm just saying. And another
Maybe
thing
it is their fault.
is
But
just be nice to people. What is wrong with being nice to people now? What's so fucking wrong with being nice? Like if you look at somebody, if you bring, I don't care what it is, if you bring something to a company potluck and it's good, and somebody walks up to you and says, "Hey, that was really good shit. Thank you for bringing that. I really enjoyed that." What do you say? What do you say? What?
thank you.
Thank you. That's the proper fucking response. When somebody gives you shit a compliment, you say fucking thank you. That's all you got to do. You ain't got to fucking mouth off and, oh, it's not that hard to do or not that hard to make her. You're some fucking bitch. Fuck you, dude. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah. I know.
Be nice, man. Be nice. That's all I'm saying. I'm sick of fucking people being so fucking mean, dude. You can't give nobody a compliment nowadays. You know,
You know what you should name this episode?
what?
101 Ways to Bitch.
101 ways to bitch. That's a good.
101 things to bitch about.
There's been a lot going on in the world lately, man, and I'm kind of fed
You're
up with it.
venting.
The world has changed from when I was a kid, though. People ain't nice anymore.
I know. So what?
We,
Not sure they ever really were nice. We were just mean in a different way. We were mean in the kind of way that we would go out back and fist fight with you.
we were mean in a humble way.
That was our generation. Our generation was tough.
We didn't beat your ass unless you deserved it. People didn't fight unless you actually needed it called for. Nowadays, everybody riots and everybody has a reason to bitch and everybody's a reason to criticize. Like every fucking movie that comes out, bombs and they're like, oh, this movie bombed because of this and that. Dude, there's certain movies I think was fucking great. And people are like, it sucked. Well, no, you fucking suck. You just got a big fucking mouth and a shit taste for entertainment. Fuck you. There are certain movies that suck, but a lot of movies are good that people are like, oh, they're fucking horrible. No, you just don't have patience to sit and enjoy the fucking movie. You expected something else, and this is what they gave you. Well, fuck you. They took the time and did their thing. Enjoy the fucking movie.
Hey, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Well, that's too damn bad.
I just wondered if you would actually say it, or if you would just laugh. You said it.
Keep digging.
Yeah.
Dig it up, digging it.
I used to really like.
I used to love that movie, fucking Holes.
Me too. I used to watch it.
Oh, Shia LaBeouf. Shout out to that old man. I love his movies. I loved him in Lawless.
Yeah, I liked everyone.
Lawless is a fucking fabulous fucking movie. Great fucking
I
movie.
even like that show, Even Stevens, that he was on.
And yeah, Even
Before he
Stevens.
started
Yeah,
playing
Even
movies.
Stevens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me and the girls would watch that.
I've watched a few podcasts that Shia LaBeouf is on, dude. I feel sorry for that man. If I could ever just shake his hand and just hug that motherfucker, I would. I think Shia LaBeouf, I think he's been through a lot in his life, man.
Has he?
I think so.
I don't know
I've
much
listened to
about
a few of his things, and just to watch how emotional he gets, I know what it's like to be that down on that emotional level.
Yeah.
So to see a man like that, that's been into Hollywood and been through some shit to break down as a human being, it's kind of nice to see somebody that can come out that was a big shot and say, "Hey, I'm still fucking human, and I can cry and I have emotions."
Yeah.
And like
What was he on?
he was on all kinds of stuff. He was in
Joe Rogan.
3 out of 10 of the Transformers movies.
No, I know. I'm talking about. Did you say he was on a talk show?
Even Stevens, he was on a podcast. Look up Shia LaBeouf podcast on a podcast. It was on a guy with who I forgot his name, who played the Punisher. He sits down with him. I think they're in a backyard somewhere by a pool, and they're just sitting down talking and stuff. And Shia LaBeouf's getting pretty emotional. And he's like, we can look it up here. I'll look it up. I'll play it.
Oh, on the TV.
Yeah, you go ahead and look it up too. I'm gonna try this. Let's see. I don't know how to spell LaBeouf.
LABE.
Here we go.
Which one was it?
It's Shia LaBeouf on Real Ones with John Bernthal.
Okay.
This is a good one, man. He gets worked up, dude, and I love this the way he talks in this. It gets me. Some of it, the way he gets emotional, makes me want to fucking get emotional.
Yeah, let's watch Can I hear it?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Growing energy access is essential for people, countries, and economies to thrive, but unpredictable factors can disrupt the supply.
All right. Okay. Now this reads right before this shit starts is if you or anyone you know has been a victim and have committed acts of domestic violence, oh well, never mind. It's not gonna say it. But this is one of the interviews. He does several with this guy, but it's
And then this guy goes on Joe Rogan and tells about his interview.
yeah.
And I love what you did with this thing. I was watching all the, because I'm fearful too. So I was watching all the interviews that you've done with Bo and Kevin, and there's just like you found a gap. Not a whole lot of places a guy like me can come and talk my truth, or Bo talk his truth and sit down with another cop. I think it's phenomenal. Which I'm not just kissing your ass. I think this is really special. I like how small it is also. Anyway, what do you guys say? I know you do your little intros.
You gotta be good. You gotta be anything like that. I think the first thing I want to say is from what you said as soon as you got out of that car.
Yeah.
Can you lead me in a prayer?
Yeah. All right.
About this,
Definitely.
about this conversation and what we're trying to achieve.
First off, I'm prepared to go every which way.
Let's go.
Yeah. I think that is my duty now. Like when I think about what my life has become and what it is now, like what my purpose is now, I need to be useful. And when I look at this Me Too environment, there's not a whole lot of dudes that are taking accountability. I fucked up bad, like crash and burn type shit, hurt a lot of people. And I'm fully aware of that. And I'm going to owe for the rest of my life. And I also don't have that feeling about the woman who's accused me all this shit like I did in the beginning. When it first landed, I thought, man, I wanted to hit Twitter and be like, look, I got receipts, this, that, but this, but not that, but this, but not that. And the reality is, all of that shit is unimportant. The reality is that she saved my fucking life, dude. Yeah, so she's like some kind of sage or I don't know. She's a saint for me, because had she not intervened in my life and not created the avenue for me.
I don't know if he's talking about his wife or not.
I'd either have a really mediocre existence or I'd be dead in full. And
I think it's his wife was talking about.
I had no purpose in my life. My whole purpose was just craft. It was just, I'm going to be good at this thing, and that's all that I have. The only thing I care about in life is being a good actor. And that's such a vapid, shallow existence. And 3 emotions that I toggle between, which was I would feel anxiety, depression, and excitement. And I thought excitement was joy, and I thought lack of depression was serenity, peace. Yeah. And I had no spiritual life. I was bankrupt spiritually. I thought my whole spirituality was this craft. Because other than smoking weed and drinking, the only spiritual experience I ever felt was on set. It's the only time my perspective would shift and change, and it's the only time I ever felt useful. And so I'm on a spiritual growth path. I'm on an excavation. I'm picking it up, cleaning it up, putting it back. I didn't just hurt that woman. The kind of shame my wife has to walk around with, the pain that came to the people I was working with creatively. Even I built this me and Bo built something really special downtown, and all them kids. I just failed a lot of people. And so when I say I'm gonna owe, it's not just her. I owe a lot of people. And so the reason I wanted to do this, and the reason why I felt like celestial mathematics when you hit me up was, it's not a lot of places I can go talk, period, And I guess old me would have looked at this like, oh, well, this is an opportunity for you to speak your piece. But really the only thing I want to do is give dudes who would fuck up hope.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, what can this achieve? Who can this touch? Victim, perpetrator, someone lost, someone who's trying to be found.
Yeah, all that.
On that path, pain is an adhesive, bro. If you've been through it, you can connect to people, period, and the story. The first thing, I just think, look, man, I haven't seen you in a long time, bro. And
okay, I want to pause real quick. I respect what he just said when he said pain is an adhesive. He's like, if you can live through it, you can later on you can connect with it. So therefore, it makes you stronger. Basically, that's a pretty fucking smart way to look at it.
want to talk about that.
Yeah.
The first thing I just need to ask you, man, is I need to ask you about your child.
Yeah.
I need to ask you about your baby, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, man, tell me about your baby.
I mean, she is the most dynamic spark of life and most magical. It's a game changer.
And he loves his family.
Like,
That's one thing.
always talk about your
When I
kid,
watched
was
this
like,
interview,
I've had a dog.
the first time,
Just
I loved it
like-
because I know how much of a
just
family
always
man he
loves
is.
it,
And
like,
I relate to that because I'm a
anywhere
family man.
what you
You know what I mean?
experience when you have a kid, but this was all tied in too. Like it came at a time when, me and my girl been in love for a long time, but I didn't really know it. I didn't really know what love was till all this shit hit the fan and she was still around. I thought she was in love with me because of what I could offer. I didn't know that when I had shit, jack all, fuck all, nothing to offer, she was still loving me. So I didn't really know what love was, right? That's one. And out of this like newfound discovery of real love in my life, this kid, and I'm not gonna pretend like I done figured it all out. It's such a mystery, And I'm taught what scares me is like, and if nobody tells me the first 3 weeks, the first 3 weeks, man, I remember changing the diaper.
Yeah.
I've been hanging out with monks for 9 months. I came out of monastery, and I've been in rehab for 3 months, and I've been working. I've been outside for a while, and I had like things dialed in, like I could press the pause button. But when you're changing a diaper, and you change it, and then you put it back on, she shits again, and then you change it again, and she shits again, and it's 3 a.m. You ain't slept for 4 days, and you're on the third. It's the third iteration of shit. You're sitting there at the table, and you change it one more time, and you say to yourself, if you shit one more time, I'm going to jump out the fucking window. Like, I'm done. Right?
I know that feeling, man.
How am I going to get through this? And you put the fourth diaper on, and she doesn't shit. It feels like a miracle. It feels like God is hugging me. Like, I got you, bro. So I don't know if I'm infusing a bunch of stuff, but there's some kind of incredible genius in my child. But she's testing me, and she's forcing me to give up on me.
That's right.
Which is what I need. Yeah, I mean, obviously way more important, but it also feels like some kind of weird reset button.
For sure.
Like, I know that I'm never going to be the dude I was in front of this woman, and I know that I'm never going to treat my wife the way that I treated her around this woman. It's almost like having the ultimate parole officer. It's like the ultimate probation officer. I've never looked down on having a probation officer. I need somebody to keep me accountable.
That's right.
Freedom without guidelines and limitations is fucking madness. If I strip you naked and throw you in the ocean, you'll be free, but you won't enjoy it. I need guidance, and my kid is serving as some kind of ultimate North Star. Yeah, and for sure North Star, but even more than that, she first of all, my kid is so fucking joyful. Like, she's just always. We've been around doctors, maybe all doctors say this, but like, I've been around doctors saying like, this is the most joyful kid I've ever been around.
People might say he's crazy or whatever. He seems pretty normal and humble in a lot of these interviews I
She's a
watch.
part of a new purpose that I didn't have. I was living for myself. When you're holding a baby, like, baby don't care about none of your shit.
I like to sit down with him, but I would love to meet him. It'd be cool.
I'm honest. Yep. I'm loyal.
Because he's done some crazy shit, man.
I'm willing.
But we all do. That's the point.
Curious.
That's the point that he's making in this interview. Basically, is all he said at the very beginning of the interview is he's done so much and been through so much and made so many mistakes and hurt so many fucking people, but he's trying to live through it. And he's trying to live through the trauma, and now he's got goals and he's got people in his life who care about him and who love him and support him, and so he does better because of them.
He reminds me of my brother.
And when I watched this interview for the first time, that's how I felt as a man, as a father, as a husband. I was just like, dude, that from the life that I came from, the life that we both came from, and then you get to experience it, and then you hear somebody speak of it the way he does, and you're like, wow.
I think some of the stuff you said, you said to me before.
Yeah.
I'm learning how to be a man of principles.
Give voice to what you're scared of and what you're worried about being a dad and what you think.
Sorry, but I'm pausing some time. That's one thing that I've noticed. That's a good way to put it. is I've noticed that as I'm getting older, I'm becoming a man of principle. Like I'm learning what my principles truly are, and I know where my loyalties lie, and I know what morals and boundaries I'm not willing to break. You know what I'm saying with myself. And in order to try and be a righteous or any type of righteous or moral man, there's a code that you have to follow.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much talking a lot about that, and it's pretty neat to hear it come from him, the way he explains it. I just love the way he explains things, and I don't know, excuse me, got tongue tied. I love the way he explains the emotion and what he's been through.
Yeah.
What you worried about with your relationship with her for the future?
I'm not worried about much anymore. Like I don't live in fear. I don't have a bunch of worry like that.
What do you need to work on?
Yeah, there's a lot I need to work on. First off, just in terms of having a daughter and knowing that your daughter is one day going to search your name in a search engine and see that, you know, you are a deplorable, disgusting
That's really sad.
piece of shit.
He's not a piece of shit though. He's a good fucking dude.
And so I have from now until she's literate to create a relationship with her where she knows me more than this idea of who I am in the public, you know?
When that hits,
That
like you
sucks.
said, because it's funny, man. I just went through something like that with my kids, because my kids can fucking read now. You know what I mean? And
Hey, look at me that look. You are a great guy.
what's there, man? Do you see an opportunity? What is it?
I picture for myself a Christmas with a bunch of people I done helped. That's what I envision for myself. It's not, you know, I used to judge my work by the films and stuff, and like I think about my Christmases during that whole path. It was just so fucking solitary and lonely. Or it'd be like this new girl and that. I mean, there's always like some like very intangible, vapid, no intrinsic value. Nobody that could like.
I'm about to go through the house.
I imagine that there's dudes I'm working with now that I got 597 days of this program I'm in, and I got monks at my house. You know, I look around sometimes in my house, even now, and I think, what? Like, how? You know, how did this happen? And I think it's the relationships. I think my daughter will be able to, when it does come time for her to be able to assess who her father is, she'll see a man who failed, was a sinner, was honest about it, took accountability for it, and then made course corrections, changed, and then gave his life to something bigger than himself and found solace in a program of principles, service.
And folks, if you hear anything through my mic, I'm sorry. Our crazy ass youngest daughter just moved back home. And hey, she's obnoxious and loud. That's all I've got to say. But if you hear anything thumping upstairs, that's my little pain in the ass.
Love, you know, that's where I'm aiming at. So I think it'll be a Christmas one day where she just wakes up and goes, damn, Dad's got a lot of friends. Who are these people? And my mommy will say, like, you know, Dad had a hand to play in like these people finding the same thing he found. That's what I'm hoping for, you know.
Not if, but when she falls, because everybody does, man. Sure. You're going to be able to talk about it with her, and you're going to be able to be there with her.
The reason I've always connected to you is because, you know, you have depth and weight because you done fell on your fucking face, you know, and then got back up and kept it moving. And, you know, it's people who haven't gone through that, they don't have depth and weight to the message that they have to share. They can tell you all about what to do and how you're supposed to do it. But very few people have the life experience. And this child is a big part of that. You know, there's a lot of miracles that have taken place in my life just in this short period of time that takes me out of this belief phase into like, oh, I can touch it. Yeah, this feels very real, you know. And I played with faith. You know, when we did Fury, I was toying with faith, but it was all like the purpose was performative.
What was it's about intentionality. Right. To be good in the movie.
Right.
Not to save yourself or save somebody else.
And when I fucked up in the past, it's like, you know, you get a call from Brad Pitt, what fuck up? You know, there wasn't no calls this time. My mother didn't talk to me this time, you know. Nobody, all my friends became acquaintances.
The antithesis of being a friend is walking away. I am not going to walk away. Like, I am always going to love you. I am always going to support you.
That's what's
That's
hard to
what
find is a
he
good
said.
friend like that.
You know, this person said, like, I can't fuck with that. And like what you said, you were right, man. Like I fucking hurt people in my life, you know? Like I know what that is. I know what it's like to be in that valley. I know what it's like to be left behind.
It's like this. I'll put it to you like this. My twin brother passed away in 2011. How many people stuck around?
Do you know what it's like to hurt people?
I do know what it's like to hurt people, and I know what it's like to be hurt.
I know what it's like to be hurt, but I don't think I ever really hurt anybody.
I think I hurt my mom a few times taking off and doing the things I did.
Yeah, I was real loyal to my mom.
Yeah, my mom wasn't real loyal to us, so I just kind of
Yeah.
she had hurt her when I took off and stuff like that.
Your mom was a lot different than mine.
I mean, I had young girlfriends that would cheat on me, and I would cheat on them and stuff, but never. It was like when we were broken up, and they say you cheated on me. I'm like, dude, we were broken up.
Oh,
You know what I
was gonna
mean?
say, I thought you said you never cheated.
But you know what I'm saying? It was that kind of situation. I never full on cheated on somebody, but I've had people be like, well, you cheated on me. Well, we were kind of broken up, and how many times have you full on cheated on me?
Yeah, I get that. That happened to me too.
You know what I mean? We all, bottom line, we all do young and stupid shit when we're young.
I know.
You know?
Yes.
So, but what was you talking about? I'm a little stoned. Sorry.
I don't know. I forgot to.
Caught me off guard. That's good stuff. But bottom line, just we both come from hard shit. You know, like it don't. You gotta be humble. You gotta stay humble. Hardships make you stronger. They really do. If you're having a hard time, and it's something mighty difficult like what we're going through now with
Oh, I know.
goofball upstairs, you know, when you're going through things in life, even you just got to try to keep your cool. Just breathe one day at a time.
Isn't it crazy?
Pick your
how-
battles, man.
Isn't it crazy how some people go through so much more than other people? You know, just by like things that are not even in their control. Like it's just all out of their control.
What surprises you in life is when you could be in a total place of peace and solitude, and out of nowhere, your life can get shaken up like a fucking earthquake, quicker than hell.
My grandma had a harder life than I've ever seen anybody, for real. I'm serious, like all kinds of stuff happened to her and she didn't cause any of it.
She
She was hateful though, but she was just so mean. She's a mean old lady. But she did go through a lot that wasn't even her fault, like she couldn't help it.
That's funny. Man, I had speaking of grandmothers, man, I'll tell you a grandma story. I had a friend of mine. Sorry, folks, I work for a living. I'm tired. But a friend of mine went with me one day to my grandparents' house and to help me mow the yard for my grandfather, my grandpa Jim. And he was like, we walk in the house and my grandma's giving us something to drink and shit. And he punches me dead in my fucking sternum, man. Just playing not real hard, but he thumped me pretty good, knocked the wind out of me. And my grandma, mean old little lady, man, she's cool as shit. She's a sweetheart. But dude, you fucking her grandbaby, she tell you. And she walks up and she decks him right in the fucking lower lip, boy. And he just kind of stood there and looked at her. And she was like, you son of a bitch. You ever touch my grandson again, I'll kill you. And I was like, dude.
Your grandma don't play around.
No, man. She used to get mad at my dad. She'd be like, you might be my baby, but they're my grandbabies. She didn't fuck
My
around.
grandma was a different kind of mean. She would not hit anybody ever, but she would cuss people out. She was just verbally mean.
My grandma was one of them grandmas, dude. She would help you bear them. bury a body, bro.
Yeah, my grandma wasn't like that.
My grandma was down, dude.
She was like real snotty, but it was weird.
I never got to smoke with
me
my
at the
grandma
same
though.
time.
My dad or my brother, my sister smoked with her, but I never got to, and I was kind of jealous of that fact.
You did too. You told me that you did.
No, she found my bong, and she thought it was a vase, and that was pretty funny. That was a grandma's boy moment, like out of a
I
movie.
thought you said, or was that your grandpa that would ask you?
My grandpa would ask me for weed.
I thought you did.
No,
No.
no, never smoked with her.
My grandma smoked weed too. We knew that when we were kids. She did.
Granny Stoner.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious, man.
That was much before it was legal. Way before.
5 minutes. But yeah, my grandma used to get high with my sister and my brother, and then they'd tell me about it, and I'd be like, Grandma, you get high with me? No. I was the only one she wouldn't get high with. I think she didn't want me to see her like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think because I was grandma's
I thought
boy.
that you were the most innocent one out of
Yeah,
all.
You know what?
You were.
I'm gonna say this out loud. If my sisters ever get to watch this, kiss my ass. Fuck you. I love you, but fuck you. Y'all are fucking ignorant as fuck, but I love you. I was grandma's boy, and I enjoyed that factor in my life.
Yeah, that's probably why she went smoke with you.
Yeah, that's the one. You might have had dad, you might have had grandpa under your thumbs, boy, but y'all never got my grandma. Yeah, I was grandma's baby.
Cassie was my grandma's favorite.
Was she?
Yeah. And I was my grandpa's favorite.
Yeah, my dad always took care of the girls and my grandpa. It was, all that shit. The girls were always grandpa this, dad that, and girls got their way with anything. That's just the way it was. But anyway, folks, I'm sorry I went on a rant and rave tonight. It's been a while, so I kind of turned into a shit show session. But I'm really enjoying everybody watching and hanging out. I appreciate it. If you do get to watch, we're going to do some more stuff on here soon, and we'll let you know. But we're going to go ahead and hop off here for the night. And you guys, I hope everybody has a great night, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
You must have forgot what you're saying.